Hi guys, and welcome back. It's your girl, Yummy.com. Thank you for joining me, internet friends. Once again, thank you for liking, subscribing, just being here, vibing, all that good mushy morsels. Today we are talking about a conversation that I think is super important because I like it and it's one of my favorite things. And I don't have one. Maybe I have one to other people, but to me, I don't have one. I don't have an obvious one. And I've always been jealous of people who do. And it is accents. Accents, the way that people talk around the world, are so different and so interesting. Even within similar dialects and languages, there are such different and distinct accents.
Language is mostly about rhythm.
And I'm going to be talking about my 5 favorite ones. Now, these are not necessarily in order, but I do have a little bit of a preference, but these are not necessarily in order. I'm just going to rattle them off as I go. And let's get started. My first favorite accent, I would have to say, is the Southern accent.
I can fix that.
Listen, I'm from Maryland, so we're this weird in between where we're not quite north, not quite south. Lincoln jailed all of the government officials just in time for us not to be a part of the true South. And some people in Maryland do have accents, specifically Southern accents. Yes, it's hard to believe, but there are parts of Maryland that aren't like Baltimore and the big popular ones that do have Southernish accents or accents all their own. So I've always been jealous of those true blue Southern accents, those knee-high, grasshopper tall, sweet tea, oh bless her heart, those Heart of Dixie.
There's a heat wave, baby.
Oh, give me some.
Bam.
Trust me, Bluebell gets a lot more fun when it's 105 degrees.
True Blood.
Well, baby, it's too late for that. Faggots been breeding your cows, raising your chickens, even brewing your beer long before I walk my sexy ass up in this motherfucker. Oh, bitch, you come in my house, you gonna eat my food the way I fucking make it.
Golden Girls,
You told me you were a virgin till you got married.
Hey, you can have a boyfriend without having to go all the way.
You cannot. If that were true, Rose, that would mean you were a slut.
Oh, come on, Blanche, how can you say that? So the woman had 56 boyfriends in 1 year. She's not a slut. Thank you, Doris. She is the slut.
Southern accents, specifically from Louisiana, I want to say.
I had a thicker New Orleans accent. New Orleans accent is very different than the South. It's its own thing. It's kind of like a mixture of Brooklyn meets the South.
I've always had this dream of marrying a man with the last name Babineau because, it has an X in it, but it still sounds real Southern and gentleman about it. I think it started when I was watching Girl Meets World and they had a character named Zay Babineau.
Now they just looking at each other not saying nothing. Are you saying anything? No? Well, I wonder what they thinking.
And I loved him. I just love that twang. So Louisiana, I would say if I have to get super specific, Louisiana, the Louisiana accent there's just something so beautiful and drawling about it.
What's up, boy? I see you shining like new money. I see you, boy.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, we have 504 right there.
What's that?
We went to the same high school and the same college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we was
you're
born
both
like
from
this.
New Orleans.
504, baby.
And you both went to Juilliard.
504, baby.
Yeah! I say you have the same positive attitude that John does. That must be a New Orleans thing, that positive
Yeah,
attitude.
you made it from New Orleans. You're like, I made it.
Yeah.
Look, New Orleans is the best city in the world.
It's one of the reasons why I loved the originals over every other thing. Well, yes, they had British accents, but everyone else around them had kind of a Louisiana style accent. Specifically, their adopted brother, I can't remember what his name was, but he ended up with Rebecca. He had a cute little it was subtle on him, but everyone else was super heavy. Regardless, that's what I'm gonna stick with it. The Louisiana accent specifically, but Southern. You know what I mean? The next accent that I'm going to mention is the New Zealand accent.
Well, it's one of my favorite places in the world, New Zealand. Where in New Zealand are you from?
I'm from a little beach town called Titirangi. It's just outside Auckland.
Sorry, one second.
Titirangi, it's called. Yeah.
Titirangi.
You got it.
Thank you
sound
very much.
good.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're a seasoned Kiwi now yourself.
I guess you can kind of call it that whole Australian area accent, but if I'm specifying, I really do love a Kiwi accent. Again, it started at a young age. Callum from 5 Seconds of Summer was my favorite, and he had the cutest accent, especially out of all of them. I also like Felix from Stray Kids accent.
Feel I'm receiving this electric-like energy through my veins and through my arms. Not only energetic, but I feel it feels so fun that I can just keep on doing the same moves every single time.
Bang Chen also, like, their accents, they're more Australian regular.
G'day fellas, my name's Bang Chan.
And I'm Felix.
And we're from Australia! Oi Felix! Come here, bro!
Alright, so basically we're in the bus and we're on our way to the Busan fan sign. And guess what we see outside? We see snow.
But like anything in that Aussie area is really appealing and beautiful. I mean, I guess you could say I watched a lot of Kangaroo Jack as a kid. I don't know what it was, but it's just something mesmerizing about their accent. It's just the way that they elongate and pronounce their words. It's like Surfer Bro, but with like an eloquence added to it. You know what I mean? It's not that Californian surfer accent, but it kind of gives the same vibe as that, but with like an air of elegance to it. And that's why I kind of really like the Australian accent, but specifically like the New Zealand accent.
From my memory, this is the first time we've met. But that's the cool thing about the industry. It brings people together. We've been mutual admirers of each other for a long time from afar. And now to finally have the chance to work together for the first time ever in both of our lives is, I'm super stoked about that.
Be in the same room.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, yeah.
Green Lantern.
Seth Rogen, Green Hornet.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where you're getting confused.
He's amazing in that.
But neither of us are Seth Rogen.
I don't. No,
You did Green Lantern.
It was definitely Green Lantern.
Right?
If I had to like hone in deeply, darkly, truly onto one part of it, it would be that like New Zealand Kiwi accent that I love. The next one I'm going to talk about is kind of not really an accent. It's kind of like a language choice, and it's a bunch of different accents, so it doesn't really count as an accent, but it's like Pidgin, I would say. Pidgin, I guess if you were like Nigerian, you would say Pidgin English. Like it's when you're mashing English words in the words of whatever country you're from together.
Water don't pass Gary.
What does it mean?
It means that your like a current situation has gone out of hand.
It's critical.
Yeah, like it's really critical.
So with Nigerians, they will say like, she they shake her yash.
Yash, a Nigerian heirloom, if you will. If you have a nice yash, you're a bado. It's like, ha, seen yash. Because you know, the Nigerian buttocks, they got a mind of their own. They walk in and you just da-da-da-da. It's like a drum. It's like a brrra-da-da-da.
Like that's Pidgin English. Like, cause you're saying like she, and you're using words like, you know, like there are different ways to do it. Like I love Nigerian Pidgin English.
The Nigerian accent, cause like the Nigerian accent does to English what English desperately needs. Like English is a very stiff, sort of boring language, you know, it's just like, hello, my name is Trevor, you know. If in English you're just like, did you see the traffic outside? It was really bad, and you know what I mean? And then like when Nigerians come inside, did you see that traffic outside, huh?
You they crazy? You they crazy? This basically means, are you crazy? So usually you use this in a sentence when somebody's being mad, disrespectful, just really stupid, or just ask you a question that, you they crazy? Eh? Are you okay? Is everything okay? You they crazy? As in, you gotta be crazy, bro. Cause you know who I am? Bado. It's a guy or a girl, they mad fresh. Gucci down to the socks. You ain't Bado. Hey, uncle. Bado. This is when you go to a function and everybody is just looking right. You gotta recognize the Bado-ness that is in the president's eye. Badu. And you gotta emphasize that double D.
I love listening to it. It's something about it reminds me of home. It's just comforting, and like it's like how my mom talks when she's talking to me. A lot of time especially when she's in a good jokey mood, she'll go into pidgin. My dad will do the same thing. So I think that's kind of where it comes from. It's not only Nigerian pidgin that I really like. I think other countries do it too. Like I think Koreans do it. They have like a little bit of pidgin where they're mixing English words and.
남자친구가 있대? 깜짝아. Jesus Christ, can I have some privacy, please?
얘기할 사람이 없어서 그래. You know I have no 친구. 사람처럼 끝났어. I did 진짜.
And like even I think English people have like a slight pidgin when they're mixing like true English words with like American styled words, like so and the Spanish, like there's pidgin kind of Spanish that you can do. I know that like Colombians have like a little bit of a pidgin that they do, and I just really love like when you're mixing English and other languages. So that would be my third one, I guess, by default, I guess. I will love you forever. My fourth one that I really like is Satsuri, so it's like Korean, but specifically like, yes, I love the Korean accent. Obviously, all of us love the Korean accent, like, you know, like we all like Korean music and Korean dramas nowadays, but and so we're like getting used to the accents, and like obviously the accents are very cute.
마감 30분 전이야. 윤정기 돌아가면 내 글은 신문에 못 실린다고.
아 그러니까 누가 술 먹고 맥주 뺑게 다 손 다쳐 그랬어요? 누가 마감 전에 주식 잡기 힘써서 등 떠밀었냐고요.
But within Korea, like I was saying, with other countries, like how in English we have like the Southern, the Cali, the whatever, they have also different dialects that they call Satsuri. And a lot of people would think that like, oh, we know what she's gonna do. She's gonna want to talk about the Daegu dialect because all her favorite people are from Daegu. S-Coops is from Daegu and she loves him.
엄마랑 먹으려고 안
아이고
먹었지.
우리 아들뿐이 없다. 그래 뭐 먹고 싶나?
엄마 먹고 싶은 거 먹자.
아니다. 난 우리 아들 먹고 싶은 거 먹다.
엄마 먹고 싶은 거 먹자. 내가 쌀게.
Suga's from Daegu and she loves him.
그거 가면 내가 이겨야 내가 올라가면 다 이긴다 약간 이런 생각을 했었었는데 근데 보니까 처음에 신기했었어요.
Bungyu is from Daegu and she's her little baby, like her little child that she loves. Like a lot of my biases do tend to be from Daegu, and I did go to Daegu when I went to Korea and proclaim myself the queen of Daegu because I got so many 이쁘다, which is like pretty when I was in Daegu, more so than anywhere else I visited. So I was just walking around like felt like the queen of Daegu that day, but that's not it. That's not the accent I'm talking about, because like while Daegu is like cool and tough, I think that the tougher, cooler one is the Busan dialect.
안 끄지나?
나 한강이야. 너 항상 모르나 본데.
마 끄지라 확 그냥.
엑시야.
마 끄지라 확 주차비가 막. 마 끄지라 확 주차비가 막.
하면 생각이 알겠나? 애매하게 안 하잖아. 이렇게 나올 테니까 한번 봐봐라. 지금 나온다.
I love the Busan dialect. I again was introduced to it because I guess like Jungkook and Jimin would do like bits where they talked in Satsuri, and I didn't realize what they were doing, but I was like, why are they talking so different and why is it making my heart flutter? I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, I'm blushing. I'm like sweating and blushing just thinking about it. It was like, oh my gosh, what? Like what is this language that they're doing? What is this inflection? Like ba, like da da da, like da ba da da. Like I'm doing poorly intonations of it, but like it's like everyone knows like the standard like ma, like when you're like trying to go like, hey, yeah, you, like, you know.
It shows one of the typical expressions of Busan by using the famous word ma, which is a way to call a person.
Kind of, but there's just something about the Busan dialect that is like so great, especially when you watch it in dramas. Like they just feel like really tough, like really like someone who would protect you and hold you with their heart. Like, you know what I mean?
조용해라 임마. 어디 어른들 말씀하시는데 낑기랑 낑기긴. 부산에서 온 친구라 얘. 서울에 처음 와가. 내 없으면 바보입니다. 저 좋아해? 그럼 안 좋아해? 응? 함초야. 너 지금 못 간다 못 가.
I also realized that because Busan and Daegu are both in the Gyeongsang dialect in the same province. They also have similar vibes. So again, I do love the Daegu dialect. I just like the Busan intonations a little bit more from what I can tell. Again, I'm not an expert, but both are super amazing to me, and I love to listen to them because they just have a little bit of a toughness to them.
Suga speaks in the Daegu dialect, which is similar but slightly different to the Busan dialect, since they're in the same Gyeongsang province. Even Korean people have difficulty distinguishing between the two, but it's known that the location of stress and intonations are slightly different within sentences.
잘했어. 진짜? 이건 좀 약간 대구는 좀 투박하게. 대구는 뭐가 유명하나?
알지. 대구는 뭐가 유명하나?
대구는 뭐가? 이건 약간 부산이야. 근데.
그렇지.
약간 부산. 부산은 대구야. 대구는. 그 심지어 나는 좀 세. 할머니랑 같이 살아.
부산은 어때를 사투리로 해.
간디. 부산 먹어. 대구가 힘들구만은 어떤 식으로 하지? 디다 막 이러지. 디다.
디다는 뭐야?
디다.
대다.
대다. 대다? 대다가 힘들다.
대다.
디다. 대다. 디다. 대다. 대다.
억수로 대다.
억수로 대다. 그러니까 말투에서 이게 이제 밥 먹었어? 뭐 이렇게 말하는 사람이
저런 류는
없어. 진짜 없어.
그걸 좀 다정하게.
다정하게 말하는 사람이 한 명쯤 있을. 밥 먹나? 막 이렇게 먹겠지.
내가 그걸 다정하게.
딱 이 정도가 다정인 것 같아.
그런 거야.
밥 먹나?
아니면 더 다정해. 밥 먹나?
질문이야.
밥은 이거를 좀 다정하게 하면 밥은?
그럼 이제 서울이 됐어. 이제 그
I think are really great. I think if you want to learn a lot about Satori, I think that BTS has a song, and DKD TV has a breakdown of that song, so you can hear like the different dialects and how they talk differently within BTS themselves. That could kind of be a gateway for you to start to learn about other things. And watching dramas that are like based like not in the city of Seoul but like countryside, you get to see like a little bit more dialects. I just really like Satori. I think it's just the cutest way to speak, and I love it. The last language or intonation that I'm going to talk about that I really love is ASL, baby. Sorry, I was going to sign it and then I was like, ASL. My sign language is very rusty.
I know my ABCs. Come on and sing with me. Come on and sing with me. I know my ABCs. I know my ABCs. Come on and sing with me. Come on and sing. Let's sing it now. A, I'm amazing. B, bold and beautiful. C, I'm courageous. B, determined to reach my goal.
But ASL is sign language, the American Sign Language. I'm going for all sign language really, but there's also, if I'm being specific, there is Black ASL that is the most, I would say, attractive to me, that is most beautifully done with the hand intonations.
Your background, your upbringing, the style people use, what they say, the accent, sometimes even dialect. Incorporated in sign, you actually see that.
My history with sign language, my youngest brother, not youngest, but my younger brothers, like he didn't speak for a really long time, so he would have to sign, so we all in the house had to learn sign language. So like I knew the alphabet, like I knew like more, like beautiful, like I know like smaller signs just to whatever you needed to communicate with like a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old is what I kind of know and where it like went. I never really learned more after that. But obviously, you know, we watch media and take things.
American Sign Language interpreter Justina Miles brings the energy to Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show.
And I remember watching Switched at Birth and it kind of re-triggering those thoughts, like
Her back hurts. She's a 7 on the pain scale. Okay. Tell her I'll give her a painkiller. She's allergic to Dilaudid.
That's not racist. And you using that guy like a prop to piss off Regina, that's not racist either? Look, this is nothing to do with you. Just stay out of it. You punishing my mother for my father dying has nothing to do with me? This is between me and Regina. No, it's not. We are all in this, okay? And we are all getting tired of you lashing out at her.
And I would try and relearn it and like learn more and more, but like watching Switched at Birth and watching them like as characters sign was some of my favorite things. Emmett's way of signing was so beautiful. Bay was always so expressive. I think that really like triggered me back into it. And then recently, most recently, I start like my For You page is like full of obviously like K-pop, whatever, but it's also full of like a lot of sign languages, like a lot of signing and a lot of like people signing songs. There's one specific user, I can't remember her name, but I will put her here. She signs to music always. She has long nails and I love the way she signs.
Nothing humbled me more than the automatic closed caption. I know I don't speak that clearly, but damn, they're really gonna let it be known. I be talking in my videos and then I go to click on the closed captions to make sure everything's good, and I gotta fix like every other word. Don't get me wrong, it is completely fine to have 200 followers and want to pay $12 for a check, but it's another story to become delusional and convince yourself that you worked hard for that blue check and you start thinking, oh, it's talking about I made it, like you didn't just pay $12 out of pocket. Be so for real.
I just tell him what I want, cause I got another nigga that's gonna do it if he don't. Attitude bad, you too good when he say me, I tell him me good.
Got a white boy on my roster, he be feeding me pasta and lobster. He just hit me up on Tuesday like, what you doing, babe? Let me take you shopping. I told him, well, I'm a little busy. He said, damn, I'm in your city. But anyway, it's okay, hope you have a good day. I'ma see you by day 50. Then I told him, you treat me so well. He said, cash out Pazelle. Matter of fact, scratch that, I'ma see you a stack just cause you fine as hell. And I told him, well, thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady. Well, I gotta go, they just let me know that I could pick up my Mercedes. I got hoes, might just be on there, in different area codes.
And it's kind of reels back to that like black ASL, because there is differences like in regional differences with ASL. One of my favorite episodes of one of my favorite shows, Bones, is them talking about, they were trying to identify a girl basically on how she signed, on the height in which she signed. They figured out she was from Pennsylvania, and she was basically like a signing, yeah, so like, and they basically put all the clues together based off of that, like her teeth, her signing, everything. It was really cool to me. I just really love sign language, black ASL specifically, but like also sign language as a whole is kind of a beautiful language that doesn't even need words or verbal words, but just using your hands to speak. Something about that just seems stunning to me. And with that being said, that is all I'm going to say on the matter. Those are my 5 dialects, like, or accents, I guess you could say, that I really love and appreciate, that are my favorite. If you have your favorite and I missed something, put it down in the comments down below. I'm Yummy.com. Don't worry, I will be back, so stay tuned, my internet friends.